Here. You...
Thirsty, partner? Try Moriarty's. Coldest drinks in the capital. Welcome.
Welcome, sir or madam, to Crazy Wolfgang's traveling junk store, the depot of detritus. Crazy Wolfgang's got just what you need, assuming you need the random junk that I've got.
Two megaton. Friendliest town.
There you are! You die now, Unit!
Oh my God! I thought I was dead! You saved me! They dropped this stuff. Why don't you take it? It's all I have. You're right. It's dangerous out here. I... Hello. Hey. Hey! Book's coming along well. Oh, I can't wait to hear how the repellent's working. Oh, excellent! Substantial field testing, precise reports, and such dedication. Ah, what more could I ask for in a research assistant? So, how did my chemical repellent work? Safe and clean like a charm, I'll bet. Those poor little mole ratties. Oh, I wonder if I could make a hypoallergenic version. Oh, but that'd hardly be effective. I should mention that. Proper handling of mole rats could be important if they could be domesticated. Milked, maybe? Oh, anyway, keep the repellent. Oh, but for your trouble, here, have the leftover chems from working on the repellent. I'm sure you can find some use for them. Yes, knowing more about them can help people learn to avoid or even outsmart them. So I picked up this observer device to study them in their natural habitat. I need you to hide one in one of the spawning pods in their lairs. While you're working on that, I'll be following up on a lead I've got for a couple stealth boys. When you're done, they're yours. And who knows, maybe we'll learn something useful from the Mirelurks. That's great. I recommend the nest at the Anchorage War Memorial. I knew a trader who talked about the Mirelurks down there. Just go inside and find one of their spawning pods, probably down near the water. Put this observer inside and get out quietly. And be sure not to kill any Mirelurks inside their nest. If you do, it could ruin the validity of the study. I guess they sent those tapes to lots of people, especially people like me who are interested in technology. Boy, I wish androids were real, though.
Are you talking to me?
Dad says not to talk to strangers.
And every eye shall be blind with his glory.
So what's it going... Enjoy.
Tamper with that, and you're going to have a problem.
So, are they intelligent? Do they have a leader? Some sort of king? Or priests? Or some sort of scaly community center? I'll bet most people would have just gone in there, guns blazing without half a thought. But not you. You're the best research assistant ever. I've been getting a good signal, but what do you think about them from your first-hand observations of them? That's very scientific of you. Personally, I wasn't sure if they were crabs or if they came from some sort of brine shrimp, perhaps. Some of these observations about their armor and camouflage gave me an idea for reinforced neutral-colored headgear. Here, consider it thanks for not interfering with them. Oh, speaking of which, take these, so you can continue to avoid them in the future. Correct as always. And your feedback's really led to a very smartly written book. Maybe too smart for some folks, I worry. Of course, if the reader can't be bothered to understand something important as a book on how to stay alive, then what can we do, huh? And in case those readers blame you for their ignorance, here's your payment. 2 big boxes of ammo. Now, on to the next chapter. The last chapter is a bit more esoteric. It's about the survival of humanity as a whole and how to rebuild society. Deep stuff, huh? We need to know how large settlements are formed, how to harness the old technology, and I'll need you to get ancient history from a nearby library. We're in the last stretch now, so let's finish it up strong. What's first? It does, doesn't it? I mostly just deal with it after it's junked. But a trader gave me this Robco processor widget. He said it's worth a fortune. According to him, if it's connected to the mainframe in the Robco factory, you could have access to all the robots you'd ever want. Now that would be a great example of how to harness technology, wouldn't it? Yeah, you should just be able to plug it into the mainframe at the Robco production facility. It'll give you access to the robots and terminals. Okay, here. And be sure to keep an eye peeled for any other examples of how to make old technology work for you out there. Absolutely. Good hunting!
Along, please. If you remain, proceeding with search. Scanning for hostile. Target identified. Possible failures. Lawful use of blade. Clean and clear. Take cover until the danger move along. Eliminate. Scanning for an hostile area. Secure. Hostile target detected. Firing weapon.
It appears you've been wounded, madam. May I suggest you seek medical attention as soon as possible? I hope.
Fiddled with any interesting technology lately? Harnessing the technology of the past and modifying it for your own purposes? That's just the thing. Tell me all about how it worked out. Well, they're only human. Or, made by humans. Well, probably manufactured by other robots, but you know where I'm going with this. Seems like a good thing to watch for when dealing with tech of any age. And it helps to pack a few pulse grenades, just in case. Here, have a few. Oh, and take my book on science. For some reason, I just can't get into the computer parts, but I've got the rest pretty much memorized. I want to find out the history of how a successful settlement like Rivet City got started. Also, there used to be a big library out there. Imagine a whole building full of books. I'll need you to gather information there for me. And that'll be it for the last chapter. So, what'll it be? Don't be so sure. You'd be surprised how confused people get, even about important things. In this case, I'm talking about Rivet City. It's the most successful survivor settlement around, but no one here really knows how it started. Of course, that's why it's important to know how a place like that succeeded. So I need you to go there and do some researching. Oh, now I can't wait for what you find out down there. And check around to make sure you're hearing the real deal. Any luck finding... Try asking around... Good hunting!
How the hell did you get in here? I suppose you can't be all that bad if you made it this far without dying. This is the part where you tell me what the hell you are doing bothering an old man who obviously wants to be left alone. Get on with it already. What? I have better things to do than yak about those backstabbers up topside. Now get going. I know lots of things, but you've got no idea about most of them. Now, get going before I stop talking and start shooting. I live here. It's where I do my work, and it's far away from Dr. Lee and all those other monkeys dressed up like scientists. You made it past my defenses, which proves you aren't a dummy. And you haven't killed me, so I suppose you aren't here to do that. I suppose you can hang around if you want. Just don't touch anything. The secret kind. Well, if you must know, I'm an electrician and computer expert. And I'm a bit of a surgeon. Really, the most gifted scientist you'll find. I'm the guy that got Rivet City up and running in the first place. And after all that, Lee and her gang of flunkies pushed me out. Ha! Project Purity, indeed. What a bunch of morons. They can't even clean some water. Don't let your guard down. Hey. Pay more attention to what you're doing. Stay sharp. What? Like I care what you savages read. Shove off and leave an old man to rest in peace. Good to see you.
Watch it, will you?
Is there a problem? I don't exactly have time to worry about the history around here, now do I? I've got to worry about what's happening on it now.
They call me Shrapnel. I run this place. Got the best damn armament you'll ever see. Ain't seen many of those around lately. They're tough. History? Fuck if I know. Hell, fuck if I care.
Welcome to Flanking Shrapnel's best goddamn weapons anywhere. Everything. I'm on duty.
This is a quick fix. Well, I don't really know, to tell the truth. How does any city get started, really? But I've heard Bannon talk about how he was responsible for its success. So I'd ask him about it.
Welcome to Potomac Attire. I am Bannon, proprietor and city council member. I carry discriminating attire for discriminating customers. Straight to the... Thanks. Why, I practically set this whole place up. When I got here 12 years ago, it was just a handful of dead-enders squatting in a rusted-out rowboat. Now I'm on the council, and with my leadership, we're the strongest settlement in the wastes. Of course, a few of those dead-enders still stick around, but who'd want to leave? That's just a technicality. Welcome to Welcome to Potomac. What? That's... Welcome to Potomac. That's just a tech... Welcome to Potomac. Straight to the point. No. Well, yes, but it was hardly any place of importance until I arrived on the scene. That's all ancient history now. No one would ever care about it. If you insist on wasting your time on that, you could try that bartending old crone down below, Belle Bonnie.
Hello, ma'am.
Hello. Yes, miss.
Any trouble in this area?
I do the repairs around here, so if you see something that needs fixing, let me know.
You've had too much, Trini. Go sleep it off in the back.
I'll say when I've had...
I'm Belle Bonnie, and this is the Muddy Rudder. I'll tell you what I tell all the fresh meat. Don't start anything down here, or I'll have Brock kick your ass. History? What, not enough shit around here already? You need to dig up more? Don't know if it ever had an official start. It's just been here forever. Stuck in the river and full of assholes. No, but I can... What'll you have? I'm Belle Bonnie. I'll take... You must be drunk. No, but... What'll you have? I'm Belle Bonnie. What? Yeah, well, it's my dump, not yours. No, but I... I'm Belle Bonnie. What? What'll you have? I'm Belle Bonnie. What's... No, but I... What'll you have? I'm Belle Bonnie. What... Nope. I'm Belle Bonnie. Nope. I'm Belle Bonnie. Nope. I'm Belle Bonnie. What?
No. What'll you have? I'm Belle Bonnet. What's up? No. What'll you have? I'm Belle Bonnet. What? No, I can't fucking well share one. What sort of moron are you? But fine. It'll get you out of my face. Go down to Pinkerton's shed in the broken-off bow of the ship. If he decides to give you a history lesson, it's no business of mine. Now get the hell out of my bar. What the hell do you want? Don't... No. Now get! What the hell do you want? Huh! Why, that lying son of a bitch! He wasn't even born when I got here! Wanna know this tub's history? Only person who really knows it is Pinkerton. And most think he's dead, or gone. He's holed up in the other half of the ship, and he don't like visitors. He'll set you straight. I'll be...
Hi.
Hi there.
Stay sharp. Ha! Sounds like you've been poking around, all right. I'm surprised any of those reprobates even remember me. Maybe they still laugh about how they edged me out of the council back then. But you can set the record straight. For that, you have to go all the way back to when remnants of the Naval Research Institute cleared the Mirelurks off this wreck, about 40 years ago. We were looking for new lab space, and this bucket of bolts just happened to have a well-preserved science bay on it. Everything else just grew up around that lab once we got it up and running. The science team was led by one H. Pinkerton. That lasted until about 18 years ago, when those ambitious backbiters like Lee and her little team showed up. She came in with her big Purity Project pipe dream, and my whole staff started working with her, those traitors. She even took my seat on the council. By then, I was glad to leave it behind. But hell, if I'm leaving the city I made great. Of course I do. A good scientist always keeps track of their data. Here, they probably don't even remember, but I kept the records of that first council meeting. Take them, if it'll put them in their place.
Hey there.
It appears you've been wounded, madam. May I suggest you seek medical attention as soon as possible?
How's the field? Any luck finding out how? Aha! Not just as easy as asking around, was it? Good information takes real work to uncover after all. So, tell me all about it. With the protected location and resources that came from those scientific advances, I can definitely see how it grew so quickly. A bit of smarts leads to a big reward, huh? Speaking of which, in thanks, have a few of these for the next time you've got to be quick on your wits. Oh, and I'll let the Rivet City traders know they'll be favorably mentioned in the book. You'll get a discount buying gear from them in the future. Yes, books are where the old world kept its knowledge, and libraries are where it kept the books. And there's supposed to be one in Arlington. See if it's still there, and if you can download records from its computer. Information dumps like those would be invaluable for rebuilding humanity. Great! The library should be in Old Arlington, not far from downtown. See if you can download the archives from its computer. If you can't get those, then even the card catalog would be useful. Any little piece of information could help the book, and thus humanity. Good hunting! Try.
I hope things are going well for you today, madam.
I wish there were more people.